Hello there, hello there. Good to see some old faces here. Good, I know you all very well at this point. It's been it's been a while since I started doing these streams, but here we go. So, bang. Oh, whoops! I forgot to put this back on. There we go. There it is. I feel like it should be a bit higher though, right? Let's move it along a little bit. How you been? How you guys? That looks good. Doing this, customizing it live. I made some changes. You'll see in a bit. Hello there. Hello Conjidi. Hello Phoebe. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're still here. It took me a while to get the stream started. I've been thinking about what to do because I'm slightly stressing about the exams, to be honest. There's a lot going on, but we talk about that in a minute. But let's just greet everyone first. Where is everyone watching from today? Phoebe studying German while listening to the stream. Exciting. That's what we're all for. We're co-working. That's a vibe I'm going for, because for example, I have a good friend that I recently started talking a lot more to, and we started doing these co-working not streams, but like calls as well, where we stay up to an ungodly hour, which I will admit is a bad idea, and then we just do a little chatting and a bit of studying or work or whatever, which is kind of what I'm going for with these. My Instagram DM's open. Technically yes, but I'm just really bad at answering DMs, so it will depend on the urgency or like my schedule. You have no idea how many things I'm doing at the same time. Oh my god, I just finished a podcast, now I'm editing a video, and of course I'm also studying in university and outside of university. I have 2 exams in 2 languages coming up, which is exciting stuff. Speaking of which, I actually should make sure that my 2 exams don't clash with each other. If they did, that would be insane. Thankfully, okay, yep, I just double checked. My Welsh exams are on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then my sign language exams are on Mondays, so they will never clash. High on life? What do you mean high on life? What does that mean? Just doing too much? Is that what you're referring to? Hello, Nicola. Studying Welsh ar hyn o bryd. Yes, da ni'n mynd i'r astudio neu ddysgu efo'n gilydd ar un pryd. Perffaith. Yeah, so this is, as we did last time, this is mainly going to be me catching up on my Welsh studies, but also, yeah, I don't know. It depends on what I'm feeling particularly nervous about, I guess. Your poor English skills at show. I don't know. Well, how is your English like? Like, what? How do you rate your level? I just said I recently did finish the podcast episode. Most of you won't be able to listen because it's a Cantonese podcast, but the theme that we went for was about like language levels, how they are defined, how the exams work, and like how we can rate ourselves. So that is a big topic, and to be honest, I still don't know how to rate my levels. So Conji, that you subbed because you're a cool guy. Thank you. I love being seen as a cool guy. I'm more going for chill. That is my ideal impression that I give. Work hard but also chill. Is that an oxymoron? Could potentially be. Hi from Wales. Sut mai? Neu hello Llywelyn. One of the many important Llywelyns. You grew up in the Isle of Man. Oh! What? I've never met someone from the Isle of Man. This is so cool. You're the first one. You get the honor of being the first person from the Isle that I've met. Funnily enough, I have seen a car from the Isle of Man, but not a person. So in theory, I may have passed by the person who owns the car. But yeah, in theory, I haven't I've actually met them. Also, Yeah, so there is a car just parked near my home, like some other street, a few streets away, and the number plate actually says Isle of Man. So every time I'm very fascinated about the fact that they actually drove here from the Isle. I assume like on a ship, a boat, or something. Like the idea of the car crossing the, I guess, sea. Is it a sea? Is a funny idea to me, anyway. Language learning has helped me escape the hellscape that is. Oh no, Phoebe, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that sounds rough. I don't envy where you are. Especially, I guess, especially in DC. I can only assume. I don't know how it's like on the ground, but you tell me. Tell me more. Like, I mean, unless you don't want to. Got an A back in the day during GCSEs. Yeah. What? Oh yeah, I got a straight. What do you call that? Like A star in English, I guess. But to be honest, school didn't teach me to speak much English. That's also a thing that I cover in my upcoming video. Yeah. Okay. So the title is "I Have Bad News." That is the first of the bad news. Because on the last stream I said I'm going to finish the Quebec video soon, and I'm nowhere close to finishing. So that is like a minor piece of bad news, I guess. But so instead I filmed something else. If you saw my YouTube post, I filmed something else which is very pertinent to where I am right now in my language learning. But for the Quebec video, I still have some interviews to do. Oh, teaser. I did some interviews. I haven't finished all of them. And then I'm gonna have to like retool, I guess, like tailor my voiceover to the interviews content and then edit everything together. It's a lot of work. It's a big video. Like, I've been thinking I should do some like simpler ones, not be so ambitious every single time, so that I get to like have some contact for you guys, but also not having to put so much time into the stuff. Anyway, where was I? Welsh, so that's like plus 1,000 social credit. What social credit are we talking about though? Like, do we have British social credit? Or if anything, like knowing Welsh might take away from my at least English social credits. Yeah. Speaking of which, I have used my Welsh speaking privilege a tiny bit because I had to contact HMRC, which is the tax department. I think I mentioned it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about it again. So I sent them an email to the like British tax department in Welsh, and then I got a reply in like a few hours. So that's Welsh speaking privilege right there. Otherwise, I would have to like wait a week or something. If you live near Liverpool, our main ferry comes from there. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I should go there at some point. I might make a video. What's the name of that channel? There is like a couple of videos from like a big institution about like Breton and Manx, and I love those videos. I want to do something like that at some point in the future. We'll see. Actually, I just got an idea this morning and then I forgot to write it down. What was the idea I had? I'm gonna, after this stream, I'm gonna like go back and think about what the idea I had was. Something about people and languages, I guess. You're from Greece. Am I your first Greek viewer? That you're the first that I'm aware of. There might have been more of you guys, but you're the first one that told me. So I guess you guessed the honor. A man from the Isle of Man is a Manx man. Is it? Is it a Manx man? Manx cats. I know about Manx cats. I've seen like videos about them. Did you do IB? No, I didn't do IB. I'm a very normal school student in Hong Kong. I did like what everyone else does. None of that internationalism. The most PC complaint from me is the insane traffic due to our leader flying everywhere and driving in that silly Tesla. I heard he can't drive. That's something that I recently learnt. Once you're elected as president, you can never drive again because of security concerns. That is like a fun fact to me. That's fascinating. But yeah, I can't like that. Actually, does that actually affect your traffic? Because that's like not. Is it like because of all the other things that take place in the city? or the district as a result of everything that's happening. You can get cheap flights from Manchester and Liverpool. I imagine, yeah. I should go there. You know, do you live there now? Hello there. Do you live there, or do you live somewhere else? And what's your native language if it's not English? Like, I'm quite surprised. It would be really cool if I know a person who speaks Manx as a first language and English as a second, but that doesn't seem likely in the current day and age. Cyfarchion I chdi hefyd. At A level, you did pay to do IB because it was easier. I've seen those words. I've seen Edexcel somewhere, but I don't know what it means. I don't know how it's different. A prime minister drives his own car. Yeah, you met Rishi a few times. Really? Okay. I'm a bit too far to do that. They've closed entire streets until the motorcade has passed through. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you live in like such a strategically important area. I imagine London sometimes does something similar as well, but except like London is much bigger. Manx is basically Gaelic. Oh, I mean, depends on how far you're stretching the word basically. Right, basically. I mean, they are closely related. Like, I've heard that if you speak Irish, you can probably make out some words in Manx by ear, not by eye, because you can't recognize anything with that Manx spelling. But, yeah, so it depends on how you, like, interpret the question. Fun fact, only about around 43% of people speak more than... What? In the world? Because I'm pretty sure that's more than half. I think multilingualism is the norm the last time I checked, but I might be wrong. Yeah, 2,000 people speak Manx. Yeah, I know one person who teaches Manx, actually. I know a Welsh guy who studied Manx, and then now he lives on the Isle of Man and is teaching Manx, which is really cool. I met him at the Polyglot Gathering. I'm going there as well. So I can actually show you. Let's see if I can find my because at the Polyglot Gathering, the thing is, let me show you. You have to oops, I can't do that. So I can't show you, sorry. You have to put in your languages in advance, like when you register. You can change it, but like you can't like just make it up as you get there. So you have to tell them what languages you speak. So I recently decided to change my registration and take Welsh up a level to like a C. I know I'm not at a C level, but at the same time, like everyone exaggerates their levels at the Polyglot Gathering. Trust me. So I'm like, yeah, might as well. If people are going to put like 20 languages that they have barely started learning in A level, I might as well put Welsh in C. So that's what I did. And they might be annoyed because I keep requesting changes. And they have to approve my changes, which is weird. You've been using Lingoda for German. I want to try that at some point. Like, I have an idea of like going back to improving my German, because like my German is I think it's a bit rusty, but like in terms of the knowledge that I have, I'm at a solid B2, I think. And then I do want to get it to a proper C level, but I think I can't just do that on my own. So I'm looking into doing that, but now I have too much on my plate. Like, I've got a PhD to defend. We'll finish and then defend. And I've got like 2 languages with exams coming up, so I'm not going to do that anytime soon. But I do want to go back to German and Polish at some point, and I might do Lingoda. How do you find it, Phoebe? Because I've heard so many things about it, but you know, it like the thing is, I've heard a lot from people who are paid by Lingoda, which I'm not yet. I'm not. So, like, as much as I want to trust them, I need to hear from someone who isn't paid. It's like to hear about their first-hand experience and how it's like. So I do want to try that at some point. You know what? I want to move this a bit like outwards. How to do this? Yeah, that looks good. Is it like too much? Do you think this is like too much? Should I like do this. Does that look better? That's just aesthetically. Tell me. Let me know. That's a disadvantage for native English speakers. Yeah, that's classic. The thing about English speakers learning languages is a whole thing. You might have realized I'm quite active on social media, and so once in a while this kind of discussion comes up, and I'm gradually resigning from like social media arguments now. I stopped defending things like, you know, the value of language learning on social media anyway. Like, I will keep doing that on my own platform, which is here, but like on Twitter clones, let's just say, it's not achieving anything. Isle of Man was used as an internment camp. Oh my god, I had no idea. That's insane. That's very cool information. You really enjoy it. You don't have to do all the lessons and skip through stuff that's too easy. What's your level, by the way? Because I'm thinking of like getting advanced German classes, because that's part of my problem. I keep referring back to how I learned English, and indeed a lot of my English was learned through just exposure to the language through like reading and things. But in retrospect, I also had a lot of tuition from school. So I feel like in terms of getting my other languages to a high level, I do need some kind of tuition to help me hone certain areas of vocabulary, because I don't think I can do that just on my own. They split up the lessons way too much. Interesting. You do have to study and book a lesson to practice speaking. Yeah, I've heard they have really cool topics, which is not something that you usually see, because lots of different like learning resources just end at like B, and then that doesn't really like help you get past that. Yeah, you're on your own afterwards. I try like watching things, but like as much as I like to learn by input, there's only so far. How do you say that? It can only take you so far. Like, you need things like writing essays or something along those lines to push yourself further. From my experience with English, anyway. The English chauvinism. Yeah, I still get those comments. Like, I mean, you all are aware of my Welsh video, and it has slowed down a bit now. But still, once in a while I get a comment with something that really pisses me off, but at this point I'm not replying anymore. I read them. Like, if you leave a comment on my things, I will read them. That is a fact. So if you see a video that you have something to say about, do leave a comment, because I will read them. But in terms of like chauvinistic, offensive comments on the Welsh video, I'm like, yeah, no, I'll leave it. I'll let someone else do the job if they want to. So cringe. 早晨，你喺邊度啊？好早喎，定係我唔知你喺邊。Try to get a C1 by the autumn. You're at a high 8. Oh, I think you might want to like readjust the goals, because C1 is huge. Like, no joke. I had a video where I tried to get to C1 in Polish, and I'm nowhere close. Maybe just me. Like, my understanding of C1 is quite stringent. So I don't think I can even get from B2 to C1 in like 1 year. It takes a lot of actual usage of the language. How do you get from beginner reading basic vocab to intermediate having actual conversations with people? Oh, that's a huge topic. I can't like get into that now, but props for learning Cantonese. I think if you are stuck just learning things, try to put them into context more. Like, see the words in actual sentences, make your own sentences, make your own dialogues, and get someone to check them, maybe. Your opinion language learning is during the A-levels. Focus a lot on grammar and learn as much basic vocab as possible, and then around B1. Oh, I read A-levels as like the A-level exam, like in the UK. I forgot you're not British. You mean like A-levels on the CFR. You want to start immersing. Yeah, I agree. I think at this point in my polyglottery, my view is just it just takes time, and you just keep using it. And I've stopped rushing things now. But rushing things doesn't really help from my experience. Like, you could push it, but if you want to be really good in the long term, you have to let it simmer, right? Grind vocab. I think on the high levels, you actually want to do other things through the language. Like, you want to learn new things, or hear about the news, or like on a C1 level, you study through the language. You don't study the language, you study through it. I don't know what GCSE is equivalent to. I know not very high, because I know lots of people who have done the language at GCSE and they don't speak it. You're living in Deutschland and hi to German learning friend. Yeah, you're struggling. I've been thinking about moving abroad, actually. I can't for the next 2 years ish, but like I've been thinking about the idea, because people have been talking to me about working in academia, and there's a very good chance you have to move somewhere. If not in the country, you might have to move abroad. I do want to stay in Europe, because I've been quite used to the like general vibe in this continent. But if I move to somewhere else, I can actually, relive the process of adapting, like, language-wise to the local way of life. Like, when I moved to the UK, I already spoke English, obviously, but there's a lot to learn still. So I feel like if I moved to Germany or moved to Sweden, there would be a lot to get used to beyond just knowledge of the language, like how to use it. What's the Welsh for chauvinism? Oh, let me Google it. I wonder. I do want to know. Stream in the target language. I want to do that, actually. But it's just, I did if you remember, I did a stream where I played a game in Polish. And I thought, I already have a decent, like, sizable Polish audience, but still, that just really didn't get any attention at all. So it's a toss-up. Like, I want to practice a language by streaming, but at the same time, if there's no one watching the stream, there's not much point to the stream, so I can't really interact in the language. So, like, I think I would need to have a bigger audience in a certain language before I can, like, do a stream completely in it. And for example, in Welsh, that's really niche. Like, I'll be honest. My English is a high B2, but not C level. Yeah. I think my interpretation of C level is when you're like some sort of near professional, like a university student that's near professional. So if you're learning on your own any language, you only get to a B, I think. Chauviniaeth. Oh, so I put it in the dictionary. We got chauvinistiaeth, or gwladgarwch. Oh, that's patriotism. That's not chauvinism. Gwlad is country. Carwch, I guess that's like loving. Gwladgarwch. What's kilni? Oh, kill is like narrow. Kill. Not French, not cool in French. It looks like cool, but it's not cool. Kill. So kilni is narrowness, and that also extends to intolerance. Interesting. But this dictionary, mae'r geiriadur yn deud chauvinistiaeth, ond nid chauviniaeth. Mae'n debyg, does dim llawer o bobl yn deud chauvinistiaeth yn y Gymraeg. Fodd bynnag. Ella gawn ni ddechrau. Cawn ni ddechrau deud chauvinistiaeth yn amlach. German stream might get attention. You know what? I want to do German, like, at some point. Once I get through my current, what's the word? It's spate a word in English? My English is also getting worse. Like, seriously, since I started my PhD, because I was fresh out of Oxford, and then I started my PhD, which is more focused on music than writing English, I can feel my English, like, getting worse. Like, so literally use it or lose it. A spate. After my current spate of studying and exams, maybe I'll go back to German. That is my next goal. You only have to do Manx, which not a lot of people actually bother. Yeah. That's what you thought at 15. That's a lot of like Welsh people think as well, like when they are forced to do Welsh as a second language. You hate when polyglots use the term master because unless you specify what it means to you, the normie will immediately think of C2 level. I've seen a lot of like videos like polyglot hunting or whatever about the word master. Like I'd never use that. For me, just personally, I'm quite strict when it comes to mastering a language or even just fluency. So I would never say that about myself unless I actually feel it. But I don't know. It's words. Words are just what you make of them. But I feel like my Polish is something that is inching towards fluency. Like I can feel actually quite comfortable in Polish, but that's like about it. Siofeinyddiaeth, yr un arall. Da ni just yn cyfieithu'r gair o'r Saesneg i'r Gymraeg. Ond, dyna'r peth efo geiriau newydd, achos does dim un standard, achos does dim llawer o bobl yn deud y gair, felly os da ni'n gallu deud neu cyfathrebu'r neges, da ni'n gallu dewis pa un bynnag o'r geiriau posibl. I think it's better to teach. That's also the thing with like, I think it's a problem with teaching in general. It's a big paradox. Like, with young people, the best time to teach them is around 16 to 18 or like even younger, but that's also a bad time because it's when they rebel. So the best time is also the worst time. So you have to try to navigate between that. But if you do language immersion schools, if the parents are happy to send children to language immersion schools, that's very effective. That is from Carnarvon, the first language Welsh, married to an American, had me in London. They retired and moved back to North Wales. Cricieth. And now my mum will speak. Very beautiful. Yes, there we go. Dyna sut da ni'n lledaenu'r iaith drwy ddefnyddio'r iaith yn y bywyd go iawn. You're sat here being monolingual. You're trying to learn them. Oh, okay. I won't tell them. Don't worry, I won't tell them. I do want to make more Welsh stuff soon. I mean, now that I have a backlog of things to edit, like the Quebec one, so I can't do like Welsh videos yet, but I have things planned. I certainly have things planned. But yeah, funnily enough, the first time I heard about Cricieth was when I was in Beddgelert, which is, in that video, because I was in a shop and then heard the shopkeeper talking about like the storms in Cricieth or something, or people like surfing there, or something being destroyed. Even C2 is probably not even close to native. No, it's. I mean, we're not going to get too deep into that, but let me start switching to my studies before I get too caught up in this. But I will continue with this. Oh shoot! Oops, that was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. Sorry, I went black. Anyway, I was going to say. Yeah, native, usually we say native is not within the framework of like A1 to C2. It's a separate thing because native speakers have a level of comfort and fluency that in a certain sense second language learners can never emulate. But at the same time, native speakers might not be as like highly educated as certain second language speakers. Like you could be perfectly comfortable in the language, but you didn't have any sort of higher education. So in terms of language knowledge, you don't reach a C2, but in terms of comfort and just your the feel for the language, you might be beyond a C2. So there's no point putting native within the framework. Diolch yn fawr, croeso. Maybe we should do a video about Welsh's prevalence in the valleys. There is someone who wants to do that with me. It's a lot of planning, it's a lot of logistics. I will think about it. Interview Plaid Cymru, Plaid, not Plaid, Plaid Cymru people. Um, will that turn me into a political channel? I guess in a certain sense, like being a Welsh learner already makes me quite political, but that's like directly being involved, isn't it? No comment on how I feel about Plaid. You might. I guess like it's already quite obvious, but plausible deniability. I mean, native speakers have been immersing since birth, and they're cheating. Yeah, that's also the thing. What was I doing last time? I think I did this last. Oh, by the way, I changed something up because I feel like it's not very because how I used to do these screen sharing things is I would have the whole page, and then the chat and my video are on top of that, and sometimes it covers up something. So now I change it to this. How do you feel? Does it look good? I hope it looks good. I kind of like it. It's very neat, like all squarey, rectangularly. Might like change this a tiny bit. Bam. We know you hate Plaid and love Reform, and that's why you learn Welsh. Yes, I love them so much. They are going to be like the future of the Welsh language. Like Farage is gonna come and revive, what's the word? Reinvigorate the language. He's going to be the lead Welsh speaker. Join the Cymdeithas. They wanted to ban. Wait, what? Is that a thing? Like, I'm not surprised, but like, did they say that? I'm honestly, I'm 0% surprised. It's like grammar rules. You know English grammar intuitively, but wouldn't be able to expand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm starting to get to that point with my better languages, like German, for example. Like with the very complex grammar rules, like the adjective endings. I'm starting to do that intuitively, and then even just English. Actually, English is the best example. Like, I can explain them, but I'm less and less conscious of them while I'm speaking. I have to actively think about the rules to explain like a syntax to people. Reform Welsh into English. Rydyn ni wedi coginio ang helo angheinwedd. Be di reform yn y Gymraeg? Diwygio, dwi'n meddwl. Dwi wedi gweld y gair o'r blaen. Diwygio. Yeah, diwygio. I think I have had this discussion with someone, either on stream or with someone in real life. When you say reform UK, is it like an imperative, like reform it now? Or is it like a noun, this is the reform? Or is it like a verb, like an infinitive, like we are reforming? Because that affects how I would I mean, obviously, the official Welsh name is no Welsh name because they would hate it having a Welsh name. But so on Welsh news, they just say reform. But like, if you were to translate reform UK, would it be diwygio? So command, reform it now, or is it like reforming diwygio'r Deyrnas Unedig? I need to know. All right, I need to know. What was the noun? Is it diwygiad or something? Diwygiad. Yeah, diwygiad, noun. A reform. Diwygiad y Deyrnas Unedig. Split infinitive. That's a fake rule. That's been debunked by yeah. You should phone Farage and ask. I don't know. I feel like no, let's not get into that. Like, Mr. Farage, how would you translate reform into Welsh? I hate how school teaches languages, like they just immediately dive into grammar. Yeah, that's also part of what I talked about in the the video about language classes. If you haven't seen it, I'm not surprised. It's not a very popular video, but I think it has a lot of gems in it, so I will recommend it. So you can see it afterwards. Open the tab now and then watch it afterwards. So in the video about classes, I talked about how in a class it's easiest to teach grammar. Like, knowledge-based things are much easier to teach, so that's why teachers are incentivized to do that more. So I feel like the best kind of education, it needs to be a combination of the two modes of teaching, but not you can't do that in school, like, because there's a lot of like self-motivation involved. Were you saying the UK once your master's is done? PhD? No, don't stop. We need you for the algorithm. So keep sending chat messages. I will stay at least until 2027. Like I do have some ambition, like not ambition, but like I have an inkling of an idea that I can somehow capitalize on my Welsh skills and like go into some sort of related career, like hopefully in the arts and with Welsh. But at the same time, I'm also open to moving, for example, to another country and work in academia. I don't know. It's the most difficult discussions I have with my parents. Yeah. Anyway, so this last time I was looking at this thing about the dialects, and this really messed me up. When they spell dialects in like phonetically, I get confused. Like I can read one dialect spelt out because I read it all day long with my friend, which is the Penllyn dialect. But when this is like something from the south, it looks weird to me. Like celwydda, which means lies. My friend writes clwydda, just completely skips the what I'm saying, the vowel. So actually I need to find. So I have to translate this into like normal Welsh. Aml, cyfnodau, cinog. What's cinog? What is cinog? Let's see from a context. Pob cinog and help mawr. Oh, is it like ceiniog, like a penny? Blynyddoedd. Cael. What's this? And mywyd. Oh, that's ver. I have read this in Wiktionary actually. They skip the ver completely and just keep the mutation. So in fy mywyd, Lladd, llefrith, cwpla. What is this? Anina o ganlyniad yn cwpla'r rownd. What? I need to hear that whole thing. Dyddiau, whatever this dialect is, gweud, dweud, oed, or is it? Oed, yeah, oed. Sha, what's sha? What? Ro'n i'n codi am hanner awr wedi 4 y bore ac yn dod I ben. Sha. Canol y... What? No idea. Is it a... Tia? Tia chanol? Is that what it is? That's so weird. I need to go to the... Where can I find the listening? I want to listen to them say it. Beth wedi ysgrifennu yn lle dwy a roedd. Oh my god, the website actually remembers where I was. That's wild. Let's go. Wait, where do I... Darllen un. Oh, I need to read it myself. Okay. Yn aml, pan dwi'n cael anhawster cysgu, dwi'n meddwl am ddyddiau ysgol a choleg ac am gyfnodau cofiadwy yn fy mywyd I. Fel eisoes, fel dwi eisoes, fe weisius wedi gweud, dweud, do'n I ddim yn cyfoethog fy teulu ac roedd pop cyniog yn help mawr, fe ddechreuas I helpu Jack y lladd. Is it llaeth? Adeg gwyliau ysgol pan o'n i'n rhyw 11 oed, a Jack yn ddibynnol bryd hynny ar gart a cheffyl. Rhai blynyddoedd yn ddiweddarach, ei fab Wyn brynodd... Okay. Yn cerbyd electric. What? What's electric? Is it electric? Cynta yn Nyffryn Aman. A ninnau, o ganlyniad yn cwpla rownd yn gynt. I don't know what that is. Ro'n ni'n codi am hanner awr wedi 4 y bore ac yn dod I ben sia canol y prynawn. Rhaid gweud, do'n I ddim yn o'r hoff o'r job o gasglu'r arian gan fod rhai wedi perffeithio'r grefft o raffu celwydda o raffu. What is raffu? Celwydda a rhestru esgusotion reit gredodwy. Is it like string together? Like raffi? Is that what it is? You could buy a North Macedonia passport. What? Well, I don't have 200k. Llaeth say oh, come on. You did not have to do that. Well, llaeth is the Latin one, so it's actually a foreign one. Llefrith is more Celtic. Beth yw ystyr yr idiom mae hyn trafodwch? O ganlyniad, I know o ganlyniad as a result. O ganlyniad I, right? O ganlyniad I astudion galed, mi fyddai'n gallu pasio'r arholiad yn hawdd. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I was going to say this. About the clickbait. I did not mention that. So about the exams. So I just realized that last time I went through the hello Monaco, good to see you. I went through the exam specification, what I have to do for the exam, and there are 4 parts to the speaking exam, and that was a lie. There were 4 parts to the exam when I'm actually there. But there are 2 more parts before I actually go to the exam. So what I need to do is part 1, record myself talking, like discussing with someone, discussing a certain like book or film or drama with someone, and that can be my teacher. And we've discussed, like we've emailed each other asking, oh, what book can we talk about? Maybe reading a book is too much work. Maybe we can talk about a film. So that's part 1. And then part 2 is the same thing, but with a person who is not my teacher. And we need to discuss something related to Welsh culture. So I had to like go back and look for my friends who can talk to me about that, which is... That's a lot. Like I didn't expect having to do so much for the exam, like before the actual exam. And then I recently got note that there is a exam prep course, a 1-day course. There's one that's in person and one that's online. But so I would really like to take part in those courses actually, just 1 day and like go through what I need to do. But it turns out they perfectly clash with the polyglot gathering because it's in the end of May. So I'm not going to that either. I'm not going to go to Brno to the gathering and then do an online course while I'm there. So I'm going to be full on at the gathering, like mentally. So I don't know what to do now. I'm completely on my own. So that's the bad news. I'm like, I have to do the exam prep on my own. So yeah, that's the bad news. I'm quite worried. What am I to do? What am I to do? Felly dwi'n gallu... Dwi angen siarad mwy I chi ar y stream. ar mwyn ymarfer. Neu dwi angen darllen mwy ar ben fy hun yn lle mynd i'r cwrs. O ganlyniad, dod I ben, my... How do you say it? Driving license, actually. Mae fy'n rhwydded gyrru. Gyrru? Trwydded gyrru? Trwydded yrru? Trwydded yrru. Yeah, mae fy'n rhwydded yrru wedi dod I ben. What's raffu celwyddau? I want to know. Raffu celwyddau. Is it like string? Oh, spin! Spin lies in English. Spin. because raff is like a rope, I know. So I was thinking like string together, but no, spin. Similar enough, like string together lies, spin lies. So, grefft o raffu celwydda. Okay. Oeddech chi'n gweithio pan oeddech chi'n yn yr ysgol neu'r coleg? Wel, pan o'n i'n yn yr ysgol, doedd neb yn gweithio achos yn fy newyddiant i, mae pawb angen canolbwyntio ar yr astudiaethau. Felly, wel, mae yna bobl sy'n gweithio yn ystod yr ysgol, ond fel arfer, da ni ddim eisiau gwastraffu amser efo pethau eraill nag yr astudiaethau. Ond yn y coleg, does dim coleg yn Hong Kong bellach. Yn y brifysgol, mae'n boblogaidd i'r myfyrwyr cerddoriaeth weithio fel athrawon cerddoriaeth preifat. Felly, ro'n i'n arfer dysgu piano a violin pan o'n i'n yn y brifysgol, ond dim mor aml. Beth oedd eich swydd cyntaf chi? Ia, fel athro piano. Da ni wedi bod yn trafod yr un pynciau yn y dosbarth uwch 1 hefyd. Felly dwi wedi trafod yr un peth, ond o'n i'n arfer dysgu piano i blant. Swydd gynta, be arall o'n i'n arfer wneud fy swydd? Doedd ddim llawer, achos mae dysgu cerddoriaeth yn ennill yn eitha dda, felly does dim angen gwneud swyddi eraill. Yn Reading Again, mae'r nofel hon yn sôn am ddyn ifanc o'r enw Bleddyn sy'n byw mewn pentref bach yng ngogledd orllewin Cymru a ddechrau'r 1970au. Cafodd y nofel lawer o sylw pan gafodd ei chyhoeddi achos ei darlun beiddgar o fywydau pobl ifanc yn iaith anffurfiol sy'n cael ei ddefnyddio. Oh, the book used like informal language. That's interesting. That's like that first drama, Le Berceur. Yeah, Le Berceur by Michel Tremblay in Quebec. That was the first like play in colloquial Quebec French. Why do I know that? Because that was part of my video. That's just a complete spoiler. Mi fethais I fwyta dim drwy dydd, dim hyd yn oed darn o toast, ac roeddwn ni'n smocio fel stemar. What's a stemar? I mean, smoke is just smoke, right? What is a stemar? Is it a word? No, it's not a word in the dictionary. Pan ddaeth yr hen bobl atra. Yeah, I know this one. Oh, that is the dialect I'm familiar with. Dyma nhw'n deud wrtha I am fynd I bolisio fisgitia a gwisgo'r dillad roedden ni wedi ei cael yn newydd sbon danlli. Danlli? What is danlli? I fynd I gnebrwn Uncle Joe. Oh my god, that is difficult. What is cnebrwn? Cnebrwn. Is that a word even? No, that is not a word that is in the dictionary. What's danlli? What the heck? Now with spawn danlli. Oh, okay, so it's just one expression. Chris a thay, jacket a thrwsys gora. Mae'n gas gyna wisgo. Wisgo! Oh, no, wait, hold on. I was excited by the wrong thing. Dillad fyna, roedden nhw'n ddaddan. Yeah, roedden nhw becomes roedden nhw. I know that quite well. Roedden nhw'n gwneud I mi deimlo'n lot gwaith. A do'n I ddim yn teimlo fy hun rhywsut actio. Actio? Is it act? Actio. Mae rhywun bob tro mae'n gwisgo dillad gwahanol i'r rheini. Mae'n ei gwisgo fel arfer. Roedd y ddau ohonyn nhw'n ffysian o'n cwmpas i. Un yn gwneud fy'n hei a'r llall yn brwsio'r jacket efo'r brwsh dillad sydd yn dod allan o'r dror rhyw unwaith neu ddiwedd mewn blwyddyn gron. Cofia wneud hyn a cofia wneud llall oedd i wedyn eistedd. Is it eistedd? Ista i fyny? No. Yeah, it is. Ista i fyny yn syth a phaid a gorweddian. Is it gorweddian? Tria wneud dy hun yn debyg i rhywbeth siaradan uchel ac yn glir mwyn i bawb gael di glywed di a just concentretia ar y cwestiynau ac ar be fydd Mr Hughes yn dweud. Roedd hyn ddigon hawdd iddyn nhw siarad, doedden nhw ddim yn gorfod mynd ar brawf i'r set fawr, big seat, y set fawr o flaen Hughes. Mi benderfynais i un peth ar fy ffordd allan o'r tŷ. Hwn oedd y tro olaf. Never angen. Never angen. Not on Iwar. Is that even Welsh? Not on our... Oh, fuck! It's English! Not on Iwar... No, is it English? Iwar... No, Iwar... Nelly... Is... What? Never... Hold on. Never... That's English. Never again. Never again. Not on Iwar... You... What? Iwar Nelly... Your Nelly? What the fuck was that? I only got never again, not yeah, what? I do enjoy writing English with Welsh spelling. It's funny, but when you're trying to decode it, it's wild, especially with a strong Welsh accent, I guess. Can any Welsh person decode what this means? I think this is English, but I can't decode it. Atra, adref. Geni, uchel, deud, dweud, ista, eistedd, clywed, gorau, rhywbeth, cwestiynau. That's exactly how my friend speaks. A beth ydych chi'n sylwi am y rhan fwyaf o'r geiriau hyn? Mae e yn dod i a, mae ai yn dod yn a hefyd. Beth ydy ystyr y geiriau hyn? Newydd sbon danllu. So, newydd sbon. Blwyddyn gron. Gron, it's like round year. Mewn blwyddyn gron, does that mean the whole year? Iwar. I was thinking Iwar is your, but that sounds so different. Iwar, your, Iwar. Gorweddian, gorwedd, set fawr. Nodwch o leia 5 gair yn y darn sy'n amlwg yn dod o Saesneg. Or in the dialect, Saesneg, or Saesneg. I'm guessing these are 5 words that are from English. That's 6 words. And what else? Lots of the eo, like polish, or I mean, these are older loans. This is a new loan. Polish, I think this is English, but I can't tell what it is either. Fyshan. Is it fuss? Beth yw eich barn chi am ddefnyddio'r llawer o Saesneg wrth siarad Cymraeg? Oh, what do you think, guys? Let me know. Let's say you're speaking a different language and you use a lot of English words in your language, because that's what Welsh people do. Beth yw fy marn i dwi'n meddwl mae'n dibynnu, bod o'n dibynnu ar y sefyllfa, achos mae cymysgu lot o eiriau Saesneg mewn sgwrs Gymraeg yn swnio'n fwy ymlaciedig, yn fwy, be di gair, ymlaciedig, mae'n gywir, ymlaciedig neu, how, it's another word, I think ymlaciedig, relaxed. achos bod pawb yng Nghymru heddiw yn siarad yn ddwyieithog. Ond enghraifft pan dwi eisiau ymarfer mwy o Cymraeg, neu pan dwi'n defnyddio Cymraeg mewn sefyllfa fwy ffurfiol, so ni'n trio defnyddio neu canolbwyntio ar eiriau Cymraeg greiddiol yn arbennig mewn sefyllfeydd dysgu, achos wel, pan dwi'n siarad efo bobl mewn bywyd bob dydd, dwi'n gallu defnyddio geiriau Saesneg mewn ffordd i leihau. No, not leihau. What's the word? To make something easier. I wneud y sgwrs yn haws. Is there even an English word, or am I thinking another language? Is there a word for make something easier? How? No. I wneud y sgwrs yn haws, ond pan mae gwella fy Nghymraeg ydy fy nod i, os dwi'n cymysgu lot o eiriau Saesneg, does dim modd ymarfer y geiriau Cymraeg, neu cael mynediad i'r geiriau o gwbl. Felly, ar hyn o bryd ar enghraifft, dwi'n canolbwyntio ar y ddefnyddio'r geiriau Cymraeg. I'm not using a lot of very fancy words, but that's fy marn i. Hawsach. Yeah, gwneud y sgwrs yn hawsach. I was thinking about a verb. I was under the impression there is a verb to make something easier, but I guess maybe I'm thinking in Polish. Sometimes I do think in Polish. That's a problem that I have. Sprościć. Is that a word in Polish? Uprościć. Uprościć. Ułatwić. Ułatwić in Polish. Ułatwić. Yeah, I was thinking Polish. Oh my god. Polyglot problems. In southern accents, you say you. Yeah, you. Oh, really? Have you finished your chips mush? That's interesting. Thank you for the information. Diolch am y gwybodaeth. Am y wybodaeth. Fuck. I can never remember the gender of gwybodaeth. I know native speakers don't care, but for the purposes of the exam, it is a wybodaeth. Diolch am y wybodaeth. Byddwch chi'n gwylio fideo o Georgia Ruth yn canu rhan o'r gan mae'n wlad i mi a ffilmwyd i gyd fynd i'r tymor rygbi. Mae'r ffilm yn cyfuno rhai o olegfeydd yn naturiol a haldda Cymru yn y de ar y gogledd ac eiriadau hofiadwy mewn gemau rygbi. Mwynhewch, nesaf byddwch chi'n gwrando ar Georgia Ruth yn canu'r gan gyfan. Gwrandewch am y geiriau hyn. Eiddo, awel. What's awel? I should know this, but I do not. Awel. Awel. I feel like I learnt it. Awel. Awel or awel. Awel. A little breeze. Loiter. Loiter. Sisial. Whisper. Eiraidd. Air. Golden. Gwyrdd las. Gwyrdd is green. Glass is blue. Green blue. Clechau. Edrychwch ar y map a nodi ble mae'r llefydd sy'n cael ei henwi yn y gan. Mae'r rhestr o dan map. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because I think gwasanaeth is the exception, and also gwahaniaeth. Gwahaniaeth is the exception as well. That's why it messes me up. I just keep thinking gwybodaeth is masculine as well because of those words. Let's look at how do I do this? Okay, we're listening. We're listening. Is this copyrighted? I hope it's not copyrighted. Should I mute it in case it is? I'm worried. It is in the learning materials. I'll play a little bit. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty nice. the word titha also confuses me. Titha, nina, vinai. Oh, that's really nice. I'm just scared of playing it on live, so I'm sorry I can't do that. I'm just worried. I'll do that later. Mi vim yn crwydro. Oh. This is so weird. Vim. It's beam. It's the weirdest conjugation ever because nobody uses it. Mae finnau hefyd yn gyffredin iawn. Dwi'n o'r a finnau. Oh, that answers my question. I was just asking it. Mae'n wlad I mi ac mae'n wlad I titha. Rydyn ni'n defnyddio titha I gyfleu'r ystyr. Gyfleu. Oh, gyfleu. Is it convey? Convey the idea. So I was trying to say convey earlier. So cyfleu'r ystyr, cyfleu'r neges. Diolch yn fawr I ti ac I titha. Dyn o'r a finnau, ninnau. Mi ddim yn crwydro. Ydych chi'n gallu dyfalu ffurfio ar gyfer beth yw'r isod? Myned. Mynd. Right, mynd. Rwyf. Rydw. Roedd. I fy. You're the weirdo who was trying to figure out if the text-to-speech stuff on Edge browser was anyway informative. Is it? What's the result then? Moelydd Meithion. What? I don't even know what maith is. Am I behind on my vocabulary knowledge? Maith is... Oh, okay. What's moelydd? Moel. Plains. So like a lot of plains? Is that what it means? Beth yw blackberries? What I have made like it was included in a video at some point, but I don't remember like all the berries because I never say them. That's also the thing with learning a language without being in the environment, right? Because you don't see the words. Mwyar. You don't see the words like the everyday words. Mwyar. I don't know what this means. Is it Dion? Mwyar Dion. Glasion? Is it what? Llyfrau. Is it glasion? That would be weird. Is it Glasion. Yr adar gleision. Llyfrau eraill. Traethau, llwybrau, dyfroedd, tonnau? That's tonnau. Much love from Aberystwyth. Hello Aber. Sut mae Aber? Sut mae'r pethau yn mynd? Tonnau, clychau. O gopar. I'll listen to that later. Faint o'r llefydd sy'n cael ei henwi ar y map da chi wedi bod iddyn nhw? O, gan i weld. Faint o'r llefydd. Ddim lot, a bod yn onest. Yr wyddfa. Dwi ddim wedi bod ar yr wyddfa. A gopa, is it copa or gopa? Fuck, copa. Gopa, awr y gopa. Dwi heb fod awr y gopa ar wyddfa. Ond dwi wedi bod o gwmpas Eryri. Môn, dwi wedi bod ar fôn, ond dim ond y rhai fach sy'n agos at mainland. Something tir. Tir mawr. Felly, Llanfair. Lle arall dwi wedi bod ar fôn? Dim lot, a fod yn onest. Ond mae gen I ffrind sy'n byw ar fôn. Felly, mi ddyswn I fynd I ymweld â hi. Mynwy. Lle mae mynwy? Dwi ddim yn gwybod. Mynwy. Ar ennig. Dwi heb glywed ar ennig. Afon Dyfrdwy. dyfrdwy... A'r un yn yng ngogledd ddwyrain Cymru ydy afon Dyfrdwy. Dwi'n meddwl a dyna afon Dyfrdwy. Achos dwi'n cofio gweld yr enw yn ger Llangollen. Ger, beth enw? Pont Cysyllta. Yr aran, dim syniad. Llyn Tegid. Mae Llyn Tegid yma, dwi'n siŵr. Da ni wedi gyrru heibio Llyn Tegid. Dwi wedi ffilmio un clip bach ger Llyn Tegid. Dwi ddim yn cofio os ydi o yn y fideo, a bod yn onest. Llangranog. Dwi wedi anghofio lle mae Llangranog a Llanbedrog. Wel, oes hoff draeth gyda chi yng Nghymru? Dwi'n... Hot take. Dwi ddim yn licio traethau. Just yn gyffredinol. Felly, does dim hoff draeth gen i. Dwi'n licio bod yn agos at y môr, ond ddim ar draeth. A dim efo'r... What's sand? Tywod. Oherwydd y tywod. Pa mor aml, da chi'n teithio o'r de i'r gogledd? Wait, hold on. Is that the southern textbook? I don't think there is a difference between the textbooks at this level. Right? Yeah. It doesn't say it's a southern Welsh thing anymore. Why is it assuming that I'm living in the south of Wales? That's so weird. How often do you travel from the south and north? Like, never, because I've barely ever been to the south. That's a hot take. Yes, you're welcome. I know that's like the least British thing about me ever. I just hate traethau. Mae'n bwysig iawn uwch dau eich bod chi'n darllen llyfrau Cymraeg sydd ddim wedi eu hysgrifennu i'r dysgwr. Ond os nad ydych chi wedi darllen pob llyfr yng nghyfres amdani, mae'n bosib hoffech chi ddechrau gyda nhw. Mae rhai yn hafodiaeth yn de, a rhai yn hafodiaeth y gogledd. I actually, have I mentioned, I've recently started a new book. I've started reading a book called Babel gan Ifan Morgan Jones, sydd wedi ennill through Whopper. My housemate hates me because she's been trying to get me to read a different Babel by R.F. Kuang, if that's the right name. And then I started reading this one, same name, different book, different author, and then she was like, Israel, you started reading Babel, but the wrong one. What are you doing? But yeah, I just happen to have that book on my bookshelf for some reason, and I started reading it, and it's in like a very old-fashioned kind of Welsh. It's insane. It has like a theme, all the old school conjugations, which is interesting to read. Everything's like proper old Welsh. Not old Welsh, but like formal Welsh. I saw that Lloyd. Can I say Lloyd? I'm just sort of saying it the old school way. Yeah, traeth yw cariad. I don't know. Like, I don't know many Hong Kongers who like traethau. We hate the sun, for one. Like, if you go to the traeth, you have to like get an umbrella. You have to put on sunscreen. You have to put up with the sand. I mean, I do remember seeing lots of people on the beach in Hong Kong, but I don't know anyone personally who actually loves them. Mainly it's the sun. Like, in Hong Kong, you avoid the sun, so the beach is like the worst place to do that. So you wouldn't have to like get one of those like big, like tent-looking umbrellas to be on the beach, or you like stay indoors. Beth ydy hoff lyfr Cymraeg? Dwi ddim wedi darllen... Oh, actually, thank you for asking these questions. That's a good practice for my exams. dwi ddim wedi darllen lot o llawer o lyfrau Cymraeg hyd yn hyn, ond dwi'n cofio fy nofel gynta yn Gymraeg o'r enw o Dan Gysgod y Frenhines gan I forgot the last name, Rebecca something. Mae'r llyfr yn ymwneud â hanes Prydain, achos mae'r stori yn digwydd yn y 900 yn y 10fed ganrif, felly roedd Prydain yn wahanol iawn, ac mae'r awdures yn hanesyddus, felly mae lot o bethau yn gywir hefyd, felly nes I dysgu lot am y hanes. Mae'r stori yn emosiynol iawn hefyd, a dwi ddim yn mynd I spoilio'r stori, ond dwi'n cofio fy mod i'n dris iawn ar ôl darllen y nofel. Felly, hyd yn hyn, hon oedd fy hoff lyfr Cymraeg, ond dwi'n gobeithio darllen llawer o lyfrau eraill hefyd yn y dyfodol. Dwi wedi dechrau casglu llyfrau Cymraeg ar fy syrff, ond dwi ddim wedi darllen lot ohonyn nhw, achos fel arfer dwi'n newid rhwng fy ieithoedd. Felly, un llyfr yn y Cymraeg, un llyfr yn Almaeneg, un yn Gymraeg, achos dwi'n canolbwyntio ar y Gymraeg ar hyn o bryd. Un enghraifft yn y Bwyleg, ac yn y blaen. Y broblem ydy fy mod I ddim yn darllen yn aml iawn, achos dwi'n gweithio llawer ar brosiectau gwahanol ac ar wahanol brosiectau. Felly dwi'n gallu darllen fatha 20 o dudalennau pob penwythnos. Pob pythefnos, ac dwi ddim yn gallu mynd drwy'r llyfrau yn gyflym iawn yn anffodus. Ond mae fy nghyfletiwr yn ysbrydoli fi drwy ddarllen lot, ac dwi'n ei dilyn nhw ar gyfryngau cymdeithasol, lle maen nhw'n cyhoeddi pa lyfrau maen nhw'n darllen ar hyn o bryd, ac cynnydd ac yn y blaen. Felly, pan dwi'n gweld nhw yn gorffen llyfr, dwi'n cael fy ysbrydoli I darllen llyfr arall. I wonder it has Taheen. Taheen? What do you mean? I will let you know when I get there, because I've read like 20 pages so far in that book. Oh, you're checking your abilities. I'm thinking how to organize these like exam prep sessions, because obviously I have a lot to catch up with. I think moving forward I might focus more on catching up with the vocabulary, but also I don't have that much time, so I might end up like spending a session on doing a paper, right? Does that make sense? Maybe like the next one I might just go ahead and try doing a sample paper. What do you think, like from your experience doing exams, like, because my exam is in mid-June, so like I have less than 3 months. Should I start doing papers now? I have like 6-7 papers to go through. I do plan on going through them, so I would love some. I mean, I have my ideas about exam prep because I've done lots of exams in my life, but also, you know, the last one I did was 10 years ago, if you don't count BSL. So I'm sort of picking up my old habits. So I would love some suggestions, or like what would be engaging for you guys, right? Because I do want to share my activities, my progress with you. So if you if you see me doing a paper and just turn off, that would be stupid, right? I can just do that on my own. So do you want to see me do papers on live, or like what's more engaging? Math. Did you say math? Do you actually say math? I need to know. Math Cymraeg, or is it just like a funny thing because we were talking about like formal Welsh? Math Cymraeg yn hynod o wych. Diolch yn fawr. Dwi'n gobeithio gwella fy Nghymraeg yn y dyfodol yn fwy, achos mae gen i freuddwyd o weithio yn y Gymraeg. Dwi ddim yn gwybod efo be, neu ymha gyrfa, ymha yrfa i ar y wynt treiglo yn dda. Gobeithio bydd i'n gallu gweithio efo cerfyddydau yn y Gymraeg, ond ie, mae gen i uchelgais. Dwi jyst yn cadw'r iaith, mae'r iaith mor hardd. Felly dwi eisiau defnyddio'r iaith yn amlach. Yn anffodus, ar hyn o bryd, dim ond pan dwi'n dim ond wrth ddarllen a streamio dwi'n gallu defnyddio Gymraeg. Ond, wel, gan i weld. Oh my god! You walked in on me speaking. Okay, I'm going to speak more if you want to hear it. I use th, but most people don't. Yeah, dwi eriod wedi clywed rhywun yn deud maith. Dwi'n gallu defnyddio'r be di'r gair elfen yma mewn ebyst enghraifft, ond dim syniad. Wel, dwi wedi deud yn y fideo diwetha fy mod i'n ysgrifennu dyddiadur yn Gymraeg ar hyn. Dwi'n trio adeiladu'r arfer i ysgrifennu dyddiadur, ac yn y dyddiadur dwi'n gallu sgwennu ymha ffurf, ymha steil bynnag. Felly dwi'n ceisio defnyddio'r ffurfiau fel methais, cofiais, neu cofies, dwi ddim yn siŵr beth sy'n addas i'r acen sy'n gen i. Ond, ie, ella dwi'n gallu defnyddio steil fwy ffurfio bydd, fel neu gwmpas. Ar hyn o bryd dwi'n ysgrifennu o fy nghwmpas, ond dwi wedi gweld o'm cwmpas o'r blaen. Mae'n diddorol, mae'n diddorol iawn. Diolch am yr argymhelliad. Dwi angen darllen fwy o'r llyfrau Cymraeg. Fydd un wedi siarad Cymraeg am amser hwyr. Ie, dyna'r problem. Os di ddim yn byw mewn cwmpas, neu mewn beth yw gair awyrgyrch. Mae'n awyrgyrch Cymraeg. Mae'n anodd iawn i ffeindio'r cyfleoedd i ddefnyddio'r iaith. I might end it soon because I'm really hungry, but I do want to go through the vocabulary, and then I'm still looking for suggestions, like whether I should do papers on stream or not, because yeah, that's a big question. I'm actually kind of stressed because I have other things to do. I will probably finish my next video like tonight and publish it within the next couple of days. So, and that's about my other language. It's so weird. I'm doing like all British languages right now. This is like my peak British era. I've never done such different but also related languages. O'r blaen. I don't say o'r blaen. Oh my god, I'm thinking in Welsh. O'r blaen. Before. Yeah. We should read more. Let's start a book club, you know what? We should start a book club just with chat. Okay, let's go to these words. Anghrediniaeth. So anghrediniaeth. Credadwy, anghredadwy, anghrediniaeth. Mae fy anghrediniaeth yn amlwg. My disbelief is apparent. Sut dwi'n gallu cyfleu? Sut dwi'n gallu cyfleu fy anghrediniaeth i'r bobl sy'n dweud celwyddau? Gwep. Gwep? Be di gwep? Gwep. It sounds wrong. That doesn't sound like a real word. Gwep. Gwep. Face, like wyneb. Why would you say gwep though? When you have wyneb. Gwep, gwep. Sounds like a fake word, honestly. I know that is an argument that's leveraged against the Welsh language as a whole, but gwep. Oh, that's why. Like it's a derogatory word. Wyneb hir, sur. So like pull to make faces, tynnu gwep. Tynnu gwep. Oh, like your kig. No, that's mouth. What's... I'm trying to remember the Polish equivalent, because I'm sure Polish has like a derogatory word for face as well. Dziób. That's mouth though. Ryj. That's also mouth. Pisk. Okay, anyway. Gwep. Naws. Oh, I was just looking for the word. I said awyrgylch. Now we have naws. Naws neis. Naws neis. Nawsau. Rhywbeth y gellir ei synhwyro, anian, awyrgylch, natur, tymer. Oh, that's good. Mood board. Bwrdd naws. Casgliad o ddelweddau, defnyddiau darnau o destun, sydd wedi'i tefnu i gyfleu neu ddwyn i gof oddill neu syniad penodol. What's ddwyn i gof? I feel like that's a very good idiom. Dwyn ar gof. Dwyn i gof. I will write that down. Okay, to bring to mind. Because dwyn is to steal, right? Dwyn i gof. So steal to your memory, or steal on your memory, but it means to bring to mind. I should say that. I love idioms. I was actually thinking the other day, I should start reading my book of Welsh idioms, because I've owned it for a good year now, but I haven't started reading a single page of it. I love idioms. They're so hard to master, but I love them so much. Okay, so mood board, bwrdd naws. Let's make a bwrdd naws. Bwrdd naws. Siwrnau. That's from French. Poblwch, ti'n gwych. Hapus I weld pobl yn trio dysgu Cymraeg. It's hard to use Welsh a lot of time, but you're giving me motivation to read and speak. See? We're building community. Da ni'n adeiladu cymuned. Mae'n berffaith. So, ddysenu gwrdd ar rhyw server ar Discord er mwyn dysgu efo'n gilydd a defnyddio iaith a ffeindio cyfleoedd i defnyddio iaith efo'n gilydd, enghraifft mewn clwb llyfrau neu just siarad, cael sgwrs efo'n gilydd ar y we. Mae'n anodd achos i mi fy hun yn bersonol dwi ddim yn treulio cymaint o amser ar mewn cymunedau fel hyn, achos dwi ddim yn gallu rhannu fy hanolbwynt, rhannu fy sylw mewn cymunedau gwahanol, ond swn i'n os fasai gen i'r amser, swn i eisiau treulio mwy o amser yn mewn cymunedau fel hyn, neu greu fy'n cymuned fy hun. Un o fy hoff idiomau yw wrth gicio o brathu, mae cariad yn magu. Ti'n gallu esbonio'r idiom? Dwi ddim yn deall. Dwi'n gallu gwglo ella. Gicio a brathu. Wrth gicio a brathu mae cariad yn... Oh, okay. So love grows when you kick and bite. That sounds slightly. This idiom sounds slightly, toxic. But I guess that also makes sense. Yeah. In Cantonese, we have a verb 磨合, which means like 磨 is grind, like with like grinding stones or something. 合 means to like come together, to agree. And that sort of describes like human relationships, because you have to zdzierać. That's Polish, sorry. You have to. What's an English word for that? Is it? What? I have to have arguments, I guess. You have to have anghatino, disagreements, in order to find the middle ground and take your relationship, take your love to the next stage, I guess. I hate that sometimes I have to translate from Polish to English, because I'm not actually that good in Polish yet. Like, I don't feel more comfortable in Polish as in English, but like some words just are so have taken root in my head. So like I'm often translating into English, and that's insane to think about. Like it's such a weird language for me to have. I won't say mastered, but like learned to this level. But yeah, hopefully I get there with Welsh, because just when you learn a language to a certain level, you just feel like, oh yeah, I want to take it like all the way and become really comfortable in it. I mean, I feel that with several languages, but right now Welsh, and also BSL, because sign language is a complete different story. It's important in a different way. Anyway, clady, folly. What does besotted even mean? What the fuck is besotted? Folly. To dote, to adore, to be infatuated. Mynd yn ddwl dotio, dwlu, gwirioni, mopio, mwydro. I don't know any of these words. Dwlu ar rhywbeth, gwirioni, mopio. I assume they mean the same thing. Folly ar, to dwlu ar. Holly, I'm doing holly pobl. Dwi eisiau holly chdi, holly chi. Dwi eisiau holly chi I gyd. Be fasai'n fwy diddorol I chi ei weld, ei wylio. Felly dwi'n holly chi I gyd. Trafferthu, to trouble. Dwi ddim eisiau trafferthu chi efo cwestiynau, ond weithiau mae'r cwestiynau yn bwysig iawn, felly mae angen holi chi bod hynny yn drafferth. I was just using the word this morning with my teacher in emails, because we were saying like, oh, would reading a book be too much trouble for the sake of an exam? Troitio. To be honest, there are some things that I want to do on stream, but I don't dare to, like watching things, because watching always comes with the risk of like copyright. So I don't know. Troitio, tread. Hyfrydu. Oh, hyfryd. Oh, so it is lovely. I make myself lovely with something. Je m'amuse? No, something like that. To take a delight. Dwi'n hyfrydu. Dwi'n hyfrydu. Dwi'n hyfrydu yn y broses o ddysgu Cymraeg. Wyt ti'n ymhyfrydu yn fy streamiau? Gad I mi wybod. Gadewch I mi wybod. Dach chi'n ymhyfrydu yn fy streamiau? Do you take delight in watching me? Please let me know by clicking the like button. Cefnfor, Grace, llydw. I know a llydw. Mae thisrwydd. Dwi ddim yn licio moethusrwydd. Dwi ddim ond yn prynu beth sy'n bwysig i mi, ond mae fy nghariad yn mwynhau moethusrwydd, a dwi ddim yn barnu? Barnu? Beirniadu. Barnu. Ia, dwi ddim yn barnu, achos mae pawb yn mae pawb yn ymhyfrydu, mae pawb yn ymhyfrydu mewn rhywbeth gwahanol, ac os ydy hi'n ymhyfrydu mewn moethusrwydd, dwi'n hapus drosti hi yn fawr. Penod. What is it? Well, it's like herring, like the fish. Herring, pennog, penwaig, apelgar, ymhyfrydaf yn eich darllediadau. Diolch am ymhyfrydu yn fy narllediadau. Dwi'n falch bod fy narllediadau yn apelgar i chi. What the... This is like actual advanced vocabulary. That's like so specific. Apelgar. Crasboeth. Dwi wedi addasu i'r what's the plural of have? Dwi wedi addasu i'r come on. Don't fail me now. Gweadur. I think it's dead. The Welsh dictionary, the best one in my opinion, is gweadur, but it often just dies. Like someone needs to invest in the servers, unfortunately. Hafau, okay. Dwi wedi addasu i'r hafau Prydeinig. Felly, taswn i'n mynd yn ôl i Hong Kong yn yr haf, mi fasai'r tywydd yn grasboeth i mi. A bod yn onest, mae'r haf yma yn grasboeth hefyd. Ugain o... Wait, what's degree? Gradd? Ugain gradd? Dwi'n say ugain gradd. Ugain gradd. Mae'n grasboeth. Gwybodus. Fy nod i ydy dim yn unig meistri? Geiriadur Prifysgol Cymru. There's too much on Geiriadur Prifysgol Cymru. Like, I get confused every time I go to that website. There's a lot going on. Meistroli. Fy nodi ydy dim yn unig meistroli y Gymraeg, ond hefyd dod yn wybodus o bynciau o wahanol bynciau yn y Gymraeg. Enghraifft, gallu gwneud mathematig, gallu gwneud symau yn y Gymraeg, neu ddysgu cerddoriaeth i fyfyrwyr yn y Gymraeg, bod yn wybodus iawn. Syfrdan. Okay. Dwi'n syfrdan. Eich bod chi'n hoff o'r geiriadur Prifysgol Cymru. Dwi'n syfrdan. Mae'n syfrdanol. Mae mor syfrdanol i mi. Ar hyd y blynyddoedd. Dwi wedi dysgu sawl iaith ar hyd y blynyddoedd, ond dim ond... dwi wedi dysgu llawer o ieithoedd ar hyd y blynyddoedd, ond dim ond sawl ohonyn nhw sy'n wir yn apelio ata fi. Sy'n rhoi teimlad i mi what's desire? Dymuno, i mi ddymuno. Chwanti, yeah. Sy'n rhoi chwant i mi wella yn dda iawn, yn fawr. Okay, I think I will have to go now. Oh, one of you just followed me, I see. It has been a while. I think what I'm hoping to do is do like shorter streams, but like more often, because earlier I've been doing like 2.5 hour streams, and that's a lot. And also people might not want to watch the whole thing. So like an hour and a half, that's like easier to digest, right? So I hope that you have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for showing up. Please do support the channel, whether I'm making Welsh related videos or not, because I have other things coming out. I have one that's pretty cheeky. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I hope it does. We'll find out eventually when I get to that point. There's still a bit of way to go until I finish that video. But yeah, please consider joining the channel as a member, or at least like the video. That's kind of really important towards the algorithm. So thank you so much for joining. Diolch yn fawr am ymuno a fi hefyd. Mae cymaint ohonych chi heddiw o siaradwyr Cymraeg neu ddysgwyr Cymraeg. Gobeithio byddai'n gweld chi eto yn y stream nesaf.